All right, let's keep it moving, y'all. We got a police body cam video to check out. So this one says, when you realize you could have gotten a ticket, but now you're going to jail. This is coming from the Code Blue Cam channel on YouTube. As always, support them, give them a sub, check out their videos without my commentary at Code Blue Cam on YouTube. Let's dive into this one.
On February 24th, 2023, an officer on patrol noticed a vehicle passing by without the female driver wearing her seatbelt in La Crosse, Wisconsin. Additionally, one of the taillight covers on the vehicle was broken. When the officer was turning around, she drove through an intersection without stopping and appeared to accelerate. As she disregarded yet another stop sign, she nearly got smoked by a crossing vehicle.
Ooh. What's this? What kind
She
of
eventually stopped her vehicle.
Wait, what kind of low speed chase is this in the snow? Of all the times to even try to evade police, which we all know from watching these videos, never try and go on a high speed chase with cops. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be doomed, and you're only adding a massive amount of charges to whatever the initial charges are gonna be, right? But to think that you're gonna do something going 25 miles an hour with the snow in La Crosse, Wisconsin is crazy.
In the middle of the road and bailed on foot into her house, locking the door.
She really thought she was gonna
stop.
What?
New dispatch.
While waiting for backup, the officer recalled the residents from prior interactions. He soon recognized the 21-year-old female named Shaylin when she opened the front window to speak with him. He ordered her several times to come out, but she refused. Instead, she informed the officer that she was aware of her revoked driver's license, bond status, and did not want to go back to jail.
Oh my, come on, man. Like, you just admitted to knowing they got you dead to rights, and now you wanna be like, I'm not coming out. I'm not going to jail. Like, what? What? Oh, this is already gonna get bad. What's up, G? What's up, YF? In her, yeah, she ran into her house like they ain't gonna come in and I mean, at this point they have, I believe, we need to get a lawyer on here with me, but I believe they probably are within their rights to kick in the door, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure, right? I'm pretty sure because because of the circumstances, they followed her, she ran in, they got her on legit charges.
God, he sits so far up.
She repeatedly stated that she didn't want to sit the weekend and would rather go to jail on Monday.
She wants to pick when she goes to jail? Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, no offense, but this is some white privilege shit, bro. Ain't none of us, black or brown, gonna ever be like, oh, so I want to go on Monday. We're like, get your ass out of here. Get the fuck on the floor. Put your hands on your head. Like, what? The audacity for Shorty. This is actually hilarious. If it was black, never mind. No, I mean, basically, I don't ever like to really throw the whole race thing out. I'm very much like, I try to, unless it's so blatant and all that. But this case for sure, she's all the way like using her privilege, bro. Hey, at least it's making us laugh. You know, we gotta laugh at this shit. Oh man, I feel like they would have called the judge to get an emergency warrant. Yeah, exactly.
This can go the easy way or hard way.
I am not going to go in jail right now. You can get me Monday. I'm not going to sit the weekend. I can call my person up. This is going to be pissed.
I'm going to call him right now and have him put a warrant out, and I'm going to come kick your door.
Over, and now I'm going to go to jail even breaking my license.
Jalen, all we're saying is either way we have to reach out to parole or your probation.
No. Do you want your door to get busted off the hinges or no? You made the choice. You made the choice.
I know I did, but I don't want to sit the whole weekend.
I know you don't. No one wants to sit.
She's like, I got a party to go to. I want to go hang out with my friends. What's up, Myra? How you been, man? Welcome.
Weekend, but I'm saying that if you cooperate,
the
the judge is much more likely to issue a signature bond tomorrow when she reviews the things.
He said he's going to go get a warrant. Take my door.
I don't even need it. Once your probation officer issues the warrant for you, I'll call him right now, and then I can just kick your door.
He tried to pull me over because my keyboard undone. I'm on probation. I have probably...
Yo, wait a minute. First of all, what kind of Hawkeye vision does a cop have to notice you don't have your seatbelt on? You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be, unless okay, I've been in this situation when like you pull up or no, you stop at the stop, you're like at a light, right? And you're chilling. And then the lane next to you, a car pulls up and I'll look and I'm like, oh shit, it's the cop. And I'll be like, you know what I mean? Trying to lean back and like grab it and like slide it real quick. Cause they're like, their window's right next to your window and you can literally see everything that's going on. I've had that happen. But unless that happens, I don't understand how cops can legit see if you got your seatbelt on, bro. And I think they be capping with that. Oh yeah, we're gonna stop you because we didn't see your seatbelt on. Like what? Come on, man. Anyway, I just said it to say, how the fuck did they see that she didn't have a seatbelt on? I'm curious.
Can't drive, so I went to jail right now either way, and I can't even get a kick in the door.
If you don't cooperate, I'm gonna call your probation officer.
They drive
and tell them to put
slowly?
you on a 60-day hold.
Only, yeah, this is Wisconsin activities, 100%.
Just come out and talk to me.
I'm going to get arrested and sit all weekend.
I realize that, but sometimes you need to be an adult and take accountability for your actions.
Why do I want to sit all weekend when I could potentially only sit like a day or two?
You're not going to, because I'm going to tell your probation officer to have you sit for 2 months if you're not going to cooperate.
That doesn't make sense. She's not going to listen to me. We're just taking me right now. I don't know why you have some type of really nasty attitude, but I'm really going to do it next
Oh, she's so entitled, bro. She's so
You need
entitled.
to take accountability for your actions. So I'm telling you that you're not going to sit for a day if you don't come out right now.
over a seatbelt ticket. Over my seatbelt.
65 can contact probation. You'll have charges of OAR, fail jumping.
Yo, hold on. She trying to say it's only because of my seatbelt. You know, it's not that, because she knows she's dirty too. They said she's got revoked, right? They said something else. She's on probation, some other stuff. She's trying to downplay like it was only my seatbelt. Like, nah, it's you dirty all the way. You just got caught. You know what I'm saying? All the way. Not too much talking, is kicking the door. They got to get a clearance for all that stuff. The weekend isn't long enough for her. I like you, Jen. Yeah, it's not. It's not. Yo, this is really bratty ass behavior. I don't even want to say Gen Z, man, because look, I did a video about the girl, the Gen Z girl that went viral. She was talking about how hard work is. Oh my God, bro. The Gen Zers are fucking downvoting. They're in the comments having a fucking, like, they got the pitchforks out for me and shit. It's hilarious. Maybe we'll look at the comments on that video at the end. We'll see.
Resisting. I'll let him know that she's being uncooperative and see if she'll want it. Yeah. You want your car towed? You want your car towed? You want your car towed? It's getting towed or you're coming out. That's your two options. 65 will take it down.
Considered abandoned right now, isn't it?
No. It's still worth it.
Look at, they were trying to find any way, which way to take the car.
Just be an adult and walk out here.
I can't right now. I can open my window there and talk scared as hell right now, and there's nobody.
She's talking to her dad, it sounds like. Also, she's talking so goddamn loud that it's picking up the audio on the body cam. Like, this is nuts. Tear gas just for fun. Yo, chill, Shy. You're a savage.
She said nobody's helping me.
I get behind her. He punches it. Goes through the stop signs. Almost T-bones the car. And then flies up here and runs out.
All for an OAR. A sig botting. On her way.
Come to the door. I've told you that. No one wants to go to jail, but you have to, so.
Following a records check, dispatch advised Shaylin was revoked due to a prior OWI. She was also
Drunk
out
driving?
on 4 misdemeanor bonds and on probation.
God damn. Bro, she's a problem child. Yo, like, what is the dad doing in her life? He's failing her miserably. Oh my God, bro. You know what I'm saying? Why the cop's voice sounds zesty? It's probably because it's freezing cold in La Crosse, Wisconsin. You know what happens. You know, if you're a man when it's cold, your balls be retracting up into your body, and I think your voice be changing when that happens.
Yeah.
Bonds and then OAR.
She gonna go to jail.
She's
Oh,
on
for sure.
probation too, and
Yeah, which still.
I think
She's major reckless. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't.
You're gonna sit multiple weekends if you don't come out. That's the problem.
She's not gonna make me sit multiple.
She will if she learns what you're doing now. Yes, she will.
When she watches this video, yeah, she
Who's
is.
your agent? Is it Barb? Do you know her agent or no? Who's your agent? We're not scaring you. We're not doing anything. Who's your agent?
I swear, I completely didn't come sober. I don't go in trouble because I'm driving my car and my license is over. I knew you were gonna pull me over.
Yep.
You scared the I knew I was going to jail and this Sunday.
For an OIR, you can get SIG bond. It would have been a SIG bond, and you would have been on your way. FYI. If you'd have just pulled over, it would have been a signature bond. You would have signed a piece of paper, and you would have been home. What?
On Monday.
We would have issued you the SIG bond.
No.
Because it's OAR.
I'm out on bond.
It's traffic. Your bonds were criminal. It's a traffic violation, and you turned it into something more.
I'm gonna stay in jail either way.
You are now.
Why?
Because you
Oh
ran
my
from the
gosh, she's
traffic
so
stop.
dumb.
Either way. I knew I was gonna go to jail.
If you wouldn't have ran, you went to jail.
God, listen, y'all. I don't know. I don't know how many of y'all have kids right now. For those of you that plan to have kids one day, please, for the love of God, be a good parent. Like, teach them the ways of the world. Teach them common sense. You know, you got to be involved. Fellas, you got to be involved. Fellas, you got to be involved. You know what I'm saying? With your goddamn kids. This like her behavior, either she was spoiled her entire life and daddy and mommy let her do whatever. She had the silver spoon in her mouth, or there's something else going on with her. But like, to be acting like this is crazy. She thought she knew better than them. Well, as much as she's been in the system, she's got how many? She got 4 bonds and she's on parole. She probably does have more legal knowledge than the cops at this point. She probably does. Why are they explaining themselves? They're being very patient. At the end of this, we are going to grade both her and the cops. So, take notes and we'll do the final grading at the end here.
You don't have a warrant, and all you would have is
Spoiled brat,
OAR.
100%.
If you were cooperative and decent, you would have got a SIG bond and been on your way.
She's going places in life. If you go to New York, they'll kick in the door 1 second. Yeah, that's also why they get sued a lot.
You were driving when you're not supposed to be driving. That's not harassing you. You're doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing. Plain and simple. But who's your probation agent? Well, I mean, if you need help, we'll help you. But you don't need help right now. You need to be an adult and take responsibility for an action that you did. Well, yes. It's either that, or when we contact your agent, it's going to be an uncooperative person. And if your agent is Barb, is your agent Barb, or who's your agent? She will hold you more than 1 weekend if you don't cooperate. I can probably promise you that. So either you go to jail now and you maybe not get a probation hold, and you maybe don't sit the whole weekend because the judge can let you out on a SIG bond, or you go to jail.
She ain't no minor. No way she's a minor.
Sit for a whole month.
I doubt it.
I'm not an idiot.
What? Who's not going to let you out? The judges?
I'm not going to go until at least Monday.
No, that's if you would have just went in, they want to put a probation hold on you for anything.
Why not?
She says she's not an idiot.
Probation's not going to put a hold on you for a traffic offense. But for running from us, they will put a hold on you. Now you're going to have a probation warrant if you don't cooperate. And then you're going to get arrested anyways at some point when you don't want to go to jail. And then you'll
I just don't want to stay all weekend.
But think about, you're still going to sit all weekend, because when you do finally get arrested on this warrant that's going to be issued for tonight, you're going to end up going for more than 1 weekend. You'll sit for a lot longer. That's what we're trying to tell you. Just because you don't want to go this weekend, it's going to be 3 days max, or it's going to be a whole month. You can easily get a 30-day. That's what's going to end up probably happening. I mean, and then you're going to have to pay to have your car taken out of impound. That's...
Stop trying to my life over wood.
I'm not trying to. Your car's not parked legally.
Yo, the audacity for her to say, stop trying to mess my life up. Bro, you're doing it yourself. No, she's delusional, bro. Like, this is the delusional games. This is so wild. Josh, I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. I don't have this level of patience. Yo, Jen, I feel like you go kick in the door. Get on the floor now. Is Kick Chat working?
It's not parked. It's not parked legally, and you just committed a...
Copy, are you still on the phone with them?
You just committed a crime with it, so it can be towed.
Okay, great, you got me. You got me so
You're the one not cooperating. If you come out and cooperate, that's a whole different ballgame. We can work with you.
literally arrest me right away. I'd like to at least tell my friends. I'd like to do something.
You can make any phone call you want if you come stand out on the porch. We don't have to hook you up. We don't have to put you in cuffs right away. If you cooperate, you can call whoever you want. I'm not lying. As long as you're decent and cooperative, we're not going to hook you up right away. You can sit right here and talk to whoever you want to talk to. There's no reason for us to put you in cuffs right away unless you're not going to cooperate. You even get to move your car. But if you're going to sit here and play games, we're going to do everything that we can do. What?
I'm trying to call my dad.
Okay.
I mean, they are patient. I'll give them credit.
You weren't able to
Initiate a stop earlier, so it wasn't fleeing. It was just.
I have my lights on that whole block.
Oh, okay. So technically, you would have fleeing if she wants to play that game.
Mm-hmm. I'll probably hit her with them.
Yeah, I mean, if she comes out and cooperates, it's a whole different ballgame. You can work with her, but
That's stuff.
Don's is here, so she's got quick choices.
Shaylin, you can come out right now or it's getting towed.
Tow truck's here.
Come out right now or it's getting towed. That's your two options.
So what you got?
You're not in charge here, so it's getting towed or come out. All right. It's your choice.
I told you, if you come out and cooperate, you can move your car. If you're not going to cooperate, you don't make the calls or the decisions, and it's going to get towed. They're here. Your dad's not going to be able to move it. We're not going to let him unless you come out. Well, he's here. We're not going to hold him. So you need to come out. Come out and call your dad. Put your jacket on and come out and be an adult.
Hey, Jim. So she fled from her car, left it right there. It's not legally parked. We're trying to get her to come out. She comes outside, she can move it and park it, but if she doesn't come out, then we aren't going to let. We'll have you guys take it.
Give me a call. I'm going to go deliver this.
All right, sounds good, man.
You're the one making the choices. Put your jacket on, come out, and call your dad.
Would you mind maybe just staying here for now? Okay, I appreciate it. I know you got stuff to do, but we're giving her like a minute.
Come out. You can talk to your dad right here.
Riley, can we hook it up?
Call your dad outside. Call your dad outside, and we will let him go. As soon as he hooks up, it's hooked up. So you need to hurry because it's getting
Riley,
hooked
what's
up
up?
right now. You don't need to go in cuffs right away as long as you come out.
I've never seen
But
cops
no
this
problem
nice.
working with people if they come out and deal with it. I mean, yeah, we don't want to screw up her life anymore, but just make a bad choice.
Thank you for the rose.
Yeah, we don't have to immediately put her in cuffs. You can just, as long as she's out, you have control of her. Let her call people because then it's going to go a lot smoother. You can kind of like.
Yeah, these are Wisconsin cops. They might be maybe a little bit more friendlier. I don't know.
Probably won't hook it up, but as long as you just kind of make it look like you're hook it up for now. That's why. It just your presence here is going to push her to come out a lot faster than you leaving.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I hate these damn things.
yeah.
After running her mouth for an extended period,
Why they zoom in on? Yo, they got the poor tow truck man there as a pawn just to force her out. He's trying to deliver his vehicle and keep his day going. I got to sit there because of the brat. Oh, she's unbearable, bro. Unbearable. Wow, this level of courtesy is insane. Yeah, we're gonna share our thoughts at the end when we grade them.
she finally decided to exit the house.
Not gonna cost me that $200.
All right.
Great.
Do you need to call anyone else?
I need to call my dad to see if he's coming.
We can move it for you.
Damn, she's tall.
I still would like to talk to my.
Either the cop is short or she's tall. She's tall. I just want to know how old she is. She can't be a teenager. She has to be like at least 18 or older, I'm guessing, for sure. Also, how are you gonna go out in the middle of winter with that light ass leather coat?
Dad, I'm not gonna be able to talk to anybody. First of all, you're probably gonna get me kicked out of my apartment because look at this right now. Are you kidding me?
We're not gonna call your landlord. You're being decent.
This is
Just take a breath.
because if I would have gotten pulled over, I wouldn't have to go to jail. That's fucked up.
You can get a signature bond for OER on the street.
That's why we cooperate. That's why you need to
What?
stop.
I will get a signature bond for what?
You would have been
So
OAR.
I'm not gonna get a signature bond.
Oh, no,
I don't know what that means.
If you would have originally stopped for him as soon as he turned on his lights, it would have been a signature bond. You would have went home.
Great. I love hearing that. Great.
Well, you got to make good choices. That ain't
I'm fucking scared. I am terrified. I've been to jail like 30 times. I'm fucking scared. I'm on probation.
do you wanna call
I'm on a
anyone?
bond. I'm fucking terrified.
Want to call your dad again?
Of course, he's supposed to be coming. He's not fucking answering the phone because I'm an idiot.
Would you give us permission to move it for you and just park it?
I'd much rather just have my dad come here. I want to see my dad at least.
Where would he be coming from? Because I mean, obviously we.
I think dad ain't answer because he had enough of her ass, bro. I think he had enough of it. He's like, yeah, I'm just, just let him take her. She got like all these bonds and probation. Like, this is crazy. They would have to tackle my black ass when I came out and tased. Yeah, we already said that. We already know this would have been so different. I don't normally say that, but I think this situation would have been totally different had things been changed around, primarily color.
Can't sit here for an hour either.
Probably
Waiting.
30
almost
times.
here.
Let's give
Oh
a
my
second
God.
home.
God, are you kidding me?
Yeah. This is,
Am I going to get out on Monday? Does anyone know?
It's gonna be up to your agent.
Yeah, now it's up to your agent. Which, I
Great.
mean, you came out, so that's a plus.
Awesome. Sounds like I'm not going to fucking get out.
Been held by your agent?
For a very long time. No, never. I've
Okay.
actually haven't violated my probation at all. So now this is and I can't get off early now. This is totally.
He will come down and talk to you on Monday.
This is totally. Honestly, totally fucking. Well, I'm gonna text her, I guess.
Hopefully your agent will come down on Monday and talk to you then. And yes, if you have never been held by them, they let you out early usually.
No, I'm trying to end my probation early, and now I'm not going to be able to because you can't violate it.
One violation is usually expected at least.
Yeah, I haven't violated anything.
I know. So one violation isn't the end of the world.
Am I going to have a bond? Am I going to have anything? I'm going to be stuck. No bond?
Well, your bond would probably wait because you're on 4 bonds. So that's
I'm
already
on
that's
4
4 grand.
bonds.
That's $4,000 right there. They're misdemeanors.
Jesus Christ.
OAR's 500, so that's 4,500.
And you're telling me I wouldn't have...
You would have
went to
just you
jail.
would have just had the OAR and a sig bond if you would have just pulled over.
I don't know what an OAR is.
Thank you for the
Operating
gifts, man.
revocation. If you'd have just pulled over.
Last time I got pulled over driving, I literally went to jail and was arrested.
Every circumstance is different. Usually, the more you cooperate, the better everything goes. Running into your house is never.
I can't stand this right now, so I'm sorry if you don't understand that because you're a cop and has never gotten in trouble. But I am not on your, we don't have anything common right now. We have nothing common right now. So for you to not understand why I would run in my house, of course you don't.
Well, I understand that you're scared, but at the same time.
I kind of feel like the cops should just be like, you know what? I don't think you understand how much you're getting away with because of your gender. Can we call it like what it is? If this was a guy, never mind color, if it was any man that did the same thing, bro, they would have had to SWAT outside because now they're going to presume he ran into the house that got guns and, you know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is, right? We just got to call it what it is. It's just how it is. Our double standards in our society. She just benefited from being a woman on this whole thing. And for her to be like, oh, we're not the same. Like, bitch, you really don't understand how lucky you are that they didn't kick in your door, drag you out by your hair, in cuffs. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's probably gender and color, if we be honest, but for sure the gender.
Time running from us makes the problem worse.
God, or makes it so you cannot arrest me in that exact moment.
You still end up getting arrested later.
Yeah, that's not over. That's not in the exact moment.
305, what's up?
Yeah, it doesn't go away, but I don't get arrested this exact moment.
But you get arrested on any other day that you don't want to go to jail. It's not like any.
Nobody ever wants to go to jail. And a Friday when I have plans and I'm cleaning my house, no, I don't really want to go to jail.
I have plans.
Not cooperating gets you in jail longer.
All right, let's step down here.
I'm trying to see if my dad is going to pull up right now.
So if he doesn't come, are you okay with us moving your car so we don't have to tow it?
I would just really like to talk to him because I'm not going to call anybody. He's not answering because he's fucking pissed at me and he's driving here.
Are you okay with my partner moving your car and we can still talk to him?
Say your dad. Okay.
Yeah, great time.
Yeah, we'll let you move her car.
They were going to tow it. Frankly, they were going to tow it.
Because she ran into her house and wasn't cooperating, but she decided to cooperate, so we're allowing you to move it.
Last time I towed it, it took me 4 days to get it.
Well, that's why we'd prefer that people cooperate. We don't want to do that stuff either.
Can you turn your lights off? This is creating a huge scene. Can you turn the lights off?
No, you got a flat tire.
It doesn't matter. I can't drive it anyway.
So you want to give your purse to my partner?
After probation hours, do I have to go in handcuffs in front of all my neighbors?
Yes, you do.
Do I really? I feel like I
Yes.
really don't.
You really do.
Great times. Well, I'm gonna sit in jail all fucking weekend, literally, and they just made a huge scene in front of my house.
You made the scene.
No, actually.
Yo,
Yeah,
imagine
she's
her
on
trying to say, yeah, they made a scene in this. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. The level of stupidity and lack of accountability plagues our society. It really does.
For
Oh,
bonds, OAR, so she decided not to stop and run into the jail.
Thank you.
But at the same time,
I'm really gonna sit in jail all
there's a lot
weekend,
more
and I might
charges.
not even get out Monday, by the way. Because my fucking seatbelt was off.
And then she ran 3 stop
Because
signs.
my
I'm
fucking
T-boned
seatbelt
blew through a stop sign, almost hit somebody.
was off. Because my motherfucking seatbelt was off.
and the 3 stop
Because my
signs.
fucking, yeah, because of you. What the f?
Because of me?
No, I ran the stop sign because of fucking him. No minding none of his fucking business, literally.
And she's operating after revocation, so
Yeah, that's a charge. My seatbelt, that's some bullshit. Bye. Fucking bye. Gonna sit in jail all weekend.
yo, you hear how she's talking to her dad? Yeah, man. Oh no, you see, yo, bro, I'm like, oh, bro. I wish my kid even as an adult, I wish my kid would talk to me like that. I will lay the goddamn rocks smack down on her. You done lost your mind. If you talk to me like that, I don't know how this father's just sitting there not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what high. She's not high. She's not high, bro. She is the most entitled woman child I've ever seen And any of these police body cam footage videos.
They're not gonna fucking release me.
Fuck is that? What is that? That shit gotta go. Y'all can't keep hitting that, y'all, because that shit is fucking up. Who? What is that? All right, let's continue.
No, I could end up sitting more than the fucking weekend. That's exactly why I ran into the fucking house.
No, sit back a little bit so I can get your seat.
I literally can't. I have handcuffs on.
So we send in a review of a probable cause for the arrest. They read it, and then they determine if she needs to sit or not. Then it'll be all dependent if probation puts a hold on it. So.
I feel like you're bullshit. If I would have stopped, I wouldn't have went to jail.
I went to call
If I knew that, I would have stopped.
I went to call probation.
Don't you think if I knew that, I would have stopped?
I don't know. It always works a lot better when you're cooperative, though.
I have absolutely never had that experience in my life. At all. Never. You literally threatened to bust down my door over someone saying that their credit card was in my house when it wasn't. That's some bullshit. By the way, their card was not in my f***ing house, and you threatened to bust a door. I think you have a power trip, and I think you're too young to be a cop and to be acting like that. By the way, because I know you, and I know your sister, and you're way too f***ing young to be walking around like that, and you are one of the most arrogant cops in lacrosse I've ever f***ing met in my life.
Okay.
And that means a lot. No, that's serious. That actually says a lot.
Well, I would have...
Well, maybe don't go around smirking at people's windows, telling them you're gonna bust down their f***ing door, because they're scared. That's not really protecting your...
Well, that's how the law...
type vibe, because I pose no risk to fucking anybody. Yeah, not really. No, you don't have to be arrogant about it. And not necessarily, no, because you're already in a position of power. So no.
Yeah, but when I have criminal charges on you and I can see you're in your house, you can.
Yeah, because I fucking am scared to be outside. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. Fully rightfully so. I don't think that's very hard to understand. I swear to God, if you made my fucking bracelet fall off, I'm about to be pissed. My bracelet fell off my fucking wrist.
Bro.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
I never saw it fall off.
This is some fucking straight bullshit. Am I going to get a signature bond or am I going to have a cash bond?
It'll be cash initially, and the judge has to review it within 48 hours.
It will be cash right now?
Correct.
Okay, I'm talking about like Monday, because I can't pay I can't pay $4 grand.
So the judge will look at it probably Sunday morning, and then they'll decide if they're going to give you a signature on Sunday or if they want to hold you and talk to you at court. Depends on your charges. For traffic, normally they'll just do, I don't know what they're going to do, but normally they do a signature for misdemeanors and traffic, and then they'll hold felonies over for court.
Am I getting a charge for running?
Yeah.
Am I? Isn't that a felony?
I'm going to watch my video and see what...
I literally ran because I'm fucking scared as shit, by the way. Not because I'm trying to fucking resist you, and I fully came out. I'm literally scared as fuck, and now I have no fucking choice at all. None. Zero. I'm not gonna make my dad pay fucking $300 for a stupid ass tow, and I'm not gonna get my door kicked in. So thank you for that. Sounds like I'm gonna get a fucking felony for fleeing and eluding again.
Have you had that before?
They said the audacity one must have to talk shit cuffed in the back of the squad car. That's actually where some of the best moments from these police body cam footage videos happen, is in the squad car. Once they're arrested, they be in the back seat going off on the cop. It's comedy. Like, it's tragic, but you know what? I don't feel bad when people put themselves in the situations. 100%. If, like, here's my thing. If someone were to go rob a grocery store for food because they need to survive, that is heartbreaking, because they're just trying to fucking survive. They have to go to that level. Someone that is drinking and driving and doing stuff that they know they shouldn't be doing and get themselves hemmed up, I'm far less sympathetic to that. I'm like, yeah, you're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Now there are mistakes that happen, perhaps, yeah, then you're like, damn, it's kind of just kind of landed the wrong way. But generally, when people do dumb shit on their own accord, yeah, I'm gonna laugh at your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just dumb. You're just dumb. What's up, Hi?
Yup. So it sounds like I'm fucked, right?
Sounds like that you knew the consequences.
Sounds like I am fucked, right? fucking god. Sorry, I thought I was getting arrested either way. And I came out the fucking house. There's no way I was coming out the house. You're welcome, literally. I was not going to come outside. I would ask if you don't give me a felony, because I'm trying to fucking actually not become a criminal anymore. And it seems like my fucking charges just keep going and going and going and fucking going. Off of I don't have a license and I'm wearing a seatbelt. Is that fucking crazy? I don't think so. Not really.
Bro, oh God. She neglects to put two and two together to realize that these things are happening, not because anyone else is putting it on her, it's because of her stupid decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
It's really not, and that's why I'm.
I fucking was scared.
She was
Literally,
riding dirty.
If I get a felony, fleeing and eluding, I'm absolutely fucked. By the way, I'm fucked.
Since you came out, I'll work with you, and I won't give you the felony fleeing.
So it's still there's a difference between felony and misdemeanor fleeing and eluding?
Yeah, I'll give you a misdemeanor.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. If this is a guy, I don't think he gets cut any kind of slack. You know what I'm saying? I don't think this would. If it was a guy, just regardless of color, if it was just a man, this is a simple difference between a man and a woman. On the gender basis of this, I don't think a man gets the lesser charge. If he does the same exact thing she just did, one for one, exactly the same thing, I don't think a man gets the lesser charge. She needs more common sense training. Her parents, her father failed her.
I'm gonna see you right there.
Do you recognize me by the way?
No.
Is that why you're so rude to me?
No.
You don't recognize me? I play basketball with
Here it is.
Shaylin was charged with misdemeanor counts of resisting obstructing an officer, resisting failing to stop, operating while revoked, and bail jumping.
Damn.
She also received $700 in traffic citations and was soon released on a $2,500 signature bond. About a month later, her charges were dismissed, but were factored into the sentencing for her other open cases. All her citations were dropped too. That sentence was ultimately withheld, and she was only given 18 months of probation. Head over to...
Damn, they really... Okay, so they took the charges for this incident, wiped them off because they were just going to tack it on to her already open cases. I get that part. Then she ends up, what they say? 18 months probation when it was all said and done. Like, she doesn't have any criminal, if she doesn't have any violent crimes, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you this, y'all. Almost everyone that I know that's ever been in the system will tell you it's almost better to just go and do hard time and get out and be done than to be out free on probation. Because probation, you slip up and you're in there, you're jammed up big time. 18 months probation, I wouldn't be surprised in the next few months or within 18 months, we see another video of her ass on this channel again for something else. But this was so interesting and cringe and it gave me a low-key headache at the level of delusion that this woman has. No accountability whatsoever, complete disregard for like everything, how she interacted with her father, and then we got elements of like, you know, gender double standards in here, because if it was a guy, they wouldn't have done this. They would have not have been so patient. I'm confident in saying that. But we're at the point here at the end of this video where we're going to grade each side. So let's start with her. A through F. You saw what you saw throughout this whole interaction. What grade are you going to give her for this? Let me see what you guys got. This is a case of fucking around and finding out. Yeah, true. Future meth user of America. That's crazy. What do we got? C minus. Okay. Yeah, I'm stressed too. I got a headache. F. I see some Fs. Okay. E's. I don't even think you can get E's, bro. F minus. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in agreement. She definitely gets an F for me. 100% F. She did everything wrong in every step along this whole process. and she still got it good in terms of like what they got her for and the leniency they had with her. Now, when it comes to the cops, what grade are we going to give the cops and how they carry themselves the entire time, start to finish? A through F. What are you guys giving the cops as their grade? F, what's lower than an F? Yeah, that's pretty much it. What are you guys giving the cops? We got an A, okay. B minus, okay. Cops get a B plus, okay. Cops get a B plus over on TikTok. We got some B's, okay. All right. A minus. All right. So my grade is going to be, I'm going to tell y'all, cops in this one, and remember, when we do these, y'all got to be objective, right? You got to grade them on how they performed in the video, not how you feel about them at large, okay? We got to be objective here. I'm going to give the cops an A. They were very patient, and you can only hope that when you have an interaction with cops that they are patient and that they try to de-escalate, and they very much did try to de-escalate and were, some would argue, overly patient with her, gave her a lot of leeway. They could have gone in and kicked it in the door, and I think they would have done that if it was a guy, not a girl. But they were patient with her. They didn't disrespect her in any which way, and it resulted in the end with an arrest that didn't turn into something that could have been much worse, not just for her but for them as well. So I think just based on that, just keeping it a buck, I give them an A for how they carried it out. A, nobody was shot. I mean, there's that part too, right? Oh my God. Imagine if there were no cameras. I mean, you don't even have to imagine. Here's the reality is we watch some of these body cam videos where they have cameras on, they know it's rolling, and the cops still do the most wildest things. You're like, bro, how? You know you got this thing rolling. How do you still decide to be such a douche? In fact, this is going to be one of these videos. Real quick, before we jump into the next one for tonight, we're live over on Kick. Kick.com djmoondawglive. You can see the link down below the video on the IG and on the TikTok stream. Y'all come on over. Kick is the official live stream channel where everything goes. After we're done doing these videos, we're going to do our after hour stream over there, and it gets crazy and it's a good vibe, and it's off the hook. Okay. 18 plus. And then if you miss any of the stream highlights, all that content goes on YouTube on the DJ MoonDawg live channel. So if you missed the live streams, you want to check out some of the excerpts from the live streams, the stream highlights, you can check all that content over there as well, and I think you guys will enjoy it. All right, now that we got that little PSA out of the way, let's take a look at this video from Lackluster, another one of my favorite channels on YouTube for these police body cam footage videos. Check them out on YouTube, subscribe to their channel, show them some love, and you can check out their videos without my commentary as well over there. This one says $375,000 ID refusal. No qualified immunity after deputy attacks. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see where this goes.
Here's the deal. You're being disorderly.
I'm not being.
Yes, you are. I'm arresting you for failure to identify.
I have the right to not do that.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do. I'd like to exercise my rights and do jumping jacks with them.
All you had to do is show me your ID, you dumbass.
You mate. Thank you.
Oh,
welcome back to the Lackluster channel.
Oh boy.
In 2017, Manistee County Deputy Blake Fitch was dispatched to the Vogue Theater over a complaint about a man on the sidewalk holding a sign.
Well, we're gonna complain about you. Yeah. You're harassing patrons and things like that.
Publishing my views freely.
Well, you can publish your views freely, but when they disturb the peace and harmony of others, then...
Who's the complaint?
The Vogue Theater.
Okay, they asked me to move from in front of their theater, so I came over here.
Where do you live at?
I live here in town.
Do you? You got an ID?
No.
What's your first name?
I don't have a name for it. I mean, am I committing a crime? Am I violating?
Believe it or not, there is a Michigan law that you are required to identify yourself upon demand of a peace officer, okay? I'm the peace officer. I'm asking you to identify yourself.
This statement is false, but for some reason, we hear officers across the country claim that you must identify anytime an officer
identify my dick. Yo, so many of these cops don't even know their own laws. This has become a reoccurring trend on a lot of these videos where they'll be like, you got to give me your ID. And the citizen will be like, I actually don't, because if I'm not suspected of a crime, if you can't clearly articulate a crime that I'm involved in, I don't have to give you nothing. And then what happens is it becomes ego. Then the cop feels like, oh, you're challenging my authority. And then they want to puff their chest and be like, you're going to give me your ID because you're told to. And they're like, no. And then they overstep and they violate rights, which then we as taxpayers end up paying for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of these goddamn, like, I'm tired of cops. And the only way this will change, and this is why qualified immunity needs to go, because once they're on the hook for some shit civil wise and they have to come out of their pockets, they're gonna think twice about how they abuse the laws. Because for right now, a lot of times, some of them even know that it's not the law, and they're still gonna demand it, get in some altercation, and they don't care because the city gets sued and it's not coming out of their pocket.
Requests you to do so. This philosophy is deteriorating the ranks of law enforcement agencies everywhere. The right to be secure in your person, houses, papers, and effects is so important to the foundation of American values that it was written in the Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution to prevent state actors from violating citizens' right to privacy. It is likely that when asked, most citizens fearfully fold their rights to law enforcement officers and submit to any requests made. And because it happens so often, the officers begin to believe they have the right to lawfully demand anyone's personal details for absolutely no reason.
Exactly.
Sean knows better and is engaged in activity protected by the very First Amendment, which makes this deputy's demand to identify exponentially more egregious. Before we continue,
they said these payments, the payments from those violations come from their pension fund. Yeah, imagine that happening. Huh. They would lose their minds.
Make sure that you're not wanted for anything and stuff like that. Right. So I need your name.
I don't have an name for it.
Well, then you go to jail.
That's a violation of my rights.
Until I can properly identify you, you will be held. Which means that I'll get fingerprints from you, they'll send them off, and then in a while we'll get a report back and it'll tell us who you are.
There's no basis for this.
Why don't you just give me your name?
There's
and then
no
we'll be
basis.
Done with this.
He's intimidating him right now.
Because I haven't committed any crime.
Thank you.
Where's the injured party?
The deputy has now threatened to arrest Sean for engaging in free speech because someone didn't like what he had to say. Though Deputy Fitch never witnessed conduct of disorderly fashion, he accuses Sean of being just that.
Listen, okay? Here's the deal. You're being disorderly.
I'm not being.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, me too, John. D, what's up?
Do you want to give me your name or do you want to go to jail?
Someone in, is that Kick Chat? Yeah, Kick Chat said, qualified immunity needs to exist, but it needs to be nerfed. There's a valid reason for it, but it's been used to protect dog shit cops. You know what? I'll give you that, man. I'll give you that. But the issue is that it'll continue to be abused unless it's removed, unfortunately, I think. But that was a very fair point. I appreciate it.
What's your name, your badge number, and your...
My name is Deputy Fitch, and my badge number is 15. Now, what's your name? I reciprocated. You give me yours.
I don't have to.
I'd like to exercise my rights. Do jumping jacks with them.
Well, then I'm going to take you in. And then I'll search your person, and if you have an ID on you, I'll ID you that way.
No, you have no basis for this whatsoever. Look at this whole thing should have ended when the cops said the theater called you, and dude was like, okay, yeah, they asked me to move, so I came over here. Cops should have been like, all right, cool, I'm out. Unless somebody called in and saw him, this guy with a blue flannel, white dad snapback hat on, was waving a weapon or was exposing his wiener and shaking it around. Like, then there's nothing there. They didn't even clearly identify. You know what I'm saying? What's the problem to not show ID? It's because the officer, it becomes it becomes an ego thing for some of these officers when a citizen tells them, no, I'm not going to show you my ID. I'm not going to give you my name. When they know that they are in the right because they haven't committed anything that would warrant them that.
Get a warrant.
I don't have to get a warrant. It's called search incident to an arrest. I'm arresting you for failure to identify.
It's a false arrest. Bro's about to get a payday.
You took an oath to withhold the Constitution?
That is part of the Constitution and the state law, okay? You're required by state law to identify yourself when I ask.
Bro's processing this. Like,
I have the right to not do that.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Not according to the law.
I do. Yeah, I do.
All right, let's go. Come on.
Get your hands off me.
He did not physically resist, but verbally protested. Defendant Fitch responded by slamming Sean into the cement wall. While Sean cried out, Defendant Fitch grabbed Sean by the throat and pinned him against the wall. Fitch then spun Sean around and allegedly kicked him on the right leg with such excessive force that it fractured Sean's tibia. He continued to assault Sean, though he never physically resisted. Sean was taken to the hospital and his leg was put in a cast. He was then held at the Manistee County Jail for almost 2 days before bonding out. The next day, the prosecutor refused to prosecute and dismissed the charges after reviewing the body cam footage.
oh, they knew already. Yep. We're about to get sued for this one. They knew. They knew. Oh, I'm so triggered, bro. I'm so triggered.
3 months later, Sean sued Manistee County and Deputy Fitch in his individual capacity for constitutional violations including unreasonable seizure, arrest and detention, excessive use of force, and a violation of Sean's First Amendment right to peacefully protest.
This guy has a gun. He's trying to steal my property.
On the 8th of October, 2021, the court granted in part and denied in part a motion for summary judgment for his unlawful arrest. The court found that Deputy Fitch appeared to be under the incorrect impression that Michigan law requires a person to produce a form of identification upon the request of an officer, but because there is no such law, the arrest was ruled unlawful. They also found that any reasonable officer employed by the state of Michigan should know that Michigan does not have a law requiring citizens to produce their identification upon any request by an officer, and that his mistake of law was not objectively reasonable.
Bro, here's the thing. We said this before. How do people get into these roles as law enforcement and then don't know the fucking laws that they're supposed to uphold? How? How? How do you misinterpret the law? And that's your job. Hey, a lot of people get into this role just to do the cops and robbers aspect. I promise you, there's people that literally want to be cops just so they can have the thrill of chasing down a suspect and literally playing cops and robbers. Like, there really are. There are some people that it's a calling for. And those people I tend to think probably, generally speaking, are probably better suited for the role because they have a sense of duty and they actually want to be there to help people. And if they got to do all this other stuff, they're doing it as it's secondary to this being there to help the community, help the people, and all that stuff. And you get some people that just want to be, have a badge and a gun just so they can do the yippee-ki-yo and ride around and go on a high-speed pursuit and live their GTA fantasies off. You know what I'm saying? I swear, I don't understand how they don't know the laws.
To identify you.
I'm a man! A living man of flesh and blood! You have no jurisdiction!
Defendant Fitch attempted to argue for qualified immunity, claiming that the law in Michigan is not clearly established regarding whether a person violates Michigan's resisting and obstructing statute when they fail to produce a form of ID upon the request of an officer. However, the court found that Defendant Fitch could not be protected by qualified immunity because the Fourth Amendment is clearly established constitutional law that even my audience seems to understand better than most officers.
This guy's attacking me. Now he's going through my pocket.
As for the excessive force claim, the court found a genuine dispute of material fact as to whether Defendant Fitch was protected by qualified immunity for kicking and breaking the leg of a man who was being unlawfully arrested.
Okay.
Furthermore, he claimed that as soon as his backup arrived, Deputy Fitch de-escalated his force. However, the body camera footage directly contradicts his statement as it shows that the deputy sat on top of Sean for about 4 minutes after he was handcuffed, and other officers arrived at the scene.
Okay, officer.
I am now.
Okay, we're going up here to help you. Go ahead.
Yeah, you gotta help this. You gotta help him. My rights are being violated.
I often see comments that complain that I rarely provide updates. That's because sometimes updates never come around. Other times, a lawsuit can settle under a gag order, and no one ever knows the outcome. But often, the justice system is utilized to prevent good lawyers from taking civil cases like this one, where it took nearly 6 years to finally settle the lawsuit for a staggering $375,000.
Until I can properly identify you, you will be held.
It's obvious that law enforcement agencies must train their officers better to avoid violating our most basic, inalienable human rights, because this is an absolute disgrace and is perhaps one of the most un-American things I've seen in a long time.
All you had to do is show me your ID, you dumbass.
Not the echoing. And here's the thing. Is this cop, he's probably still working in the same everything. That's the problem with it. That's the problem with this. It should be that if you're an officer and if an arrest of yours goes to civil court and they find that, you know, the plaintiff was right, you should just be fired. If you cost the city money, you should just be fired from that role, man. This dude's probably still working in the same police department right now.
As always, let me know how you feel about this encounter, and perhaps what you think we could do to ensure that our law enforcers know enough about the law to properly enforce it. If you enjoyed this video, use the links on screen to watch another.
So that's from Lackluster, y'all. God, that's so crazy, man. That's so crazy. I mean, it's unfortunate dude had to, you know, broke his tibia for $300K, but you know, I bet you know what I would do? I swear, if I were to win that verdict, I'm going right to that officer. I'm going to the precinct. I'm trying to find where he's at. I'm just walking around him like, I bet you know my name now. I bet you know my name now. You know, I'm gonna talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk all